Hi, welcome to the cave. Well, it's another week gone by and I've made some good progress. Most of the sub-assemblies are now built, so I can start moving on to the primer. But before I do that, I hope you've all had a good week and thank you again for following me. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please click subscribe. That would be really helpful. So what are we doing today then? Well, I'm just going to move on and start actually priming, as I said earlier. So I'm going to start using that. I use MRP fine surface primer. Find it excellent. Yes, it's not acrylic, it is not water based, but the MRP paints are excellent, and I get those from MGR models, Mike Jolly models, who are excellent. They're based up in the north of England, so everything's by postal service, and it's excellent value and service. They're a great bunch up there, and hopefully one day I'm going to get up there to meet them. So I'm very lucky. I have an Infinity X CR Plus, wonderful piece of kit, and this is the Durel Des edition, so it comes with a 0.2 or a 0.4 nozzle. I tend to stick to 0.2 really for 1 in 48. It makes it a lot easier. The MRP paints are really quite translucent, so what I like about those is you can build up the layers, and it really helps with building up weathering and different tonal variations. But you do need good ventilation. I have both doors open on the man cave and the windows, and that does it for me. I'm quite happy. I don't have any residual gas effect with it, and it works well. As you can see, I don't wear gloves either. I find those really difficult to get some detail and control or using my airbrush. So why do I modular build? Well, one, it's good for test fitting, and two, it just means that I can paint all the elements that I need to in the varying colours all at once, and I just find that more efficient. It does can be frustrating because I want to get on with the build, but it is quite useful for painting and test fitting, so that's why I do it mainly. So this is the client's build. So on this, the details being kept on the cockpit instrument panels, and those are going to be painted, weathered and detailed as I go along, which is different to mine, where I've used the Quinota, or will be using the Quinota 3D decals. Sometimes it's easier to keep pieces on the spruce for painting, and in this case for the blades, that's what I'm going to do. The issue with that is you've got to be careful around the attachment points and decide which ones you're going to remove. I'm going to remove the tips so I can clear those off and make sure they're painted nicely. To do that, I'm going to have to cut them and then just remove the anchor points using my clips. That's going to make it a bit of a challenge to paint because, as you can see, they wobble about quite a lot, but I'm going to do that by just carefully keeping them under control as I paint. So to keep the blades under control while I'm using the airbrush, I'm just going to control the bottom of the blade there and spray the top halves. So that's been a good session this morning, and thank you for joining me. I just want to point out that I'm not sponsored by Mike Jolly at all. I just use him because he's probably one of the best suppliers for MRP paints and other bits and pieces, and does an excellent range of model kits. He's based in Bolton, so if you're up that way, check him out. If not, go online. He's got a website and he's on Facebook. I'll just want to point out that it's really important for safety first when you're spraying models, and that if you haven't got ventilation that I have, then you need to wear a mask and or have some sort of spray booth. And finally, some exciting news. 26th and 27th of April this year is Key Model World up at the NEC in Birmingham, and I've been invited by Airfix Model World magazine to go up as a contributor and have a table. So if you would like to come and see me or meet me, I'm going to be bringing some of my models that are showcased in that magazine over the last 10 years, and there's going to be other contributors there. It's the only model exhibition in the country that I'm aware on that scale that includes railways, trains, models, RC, all sorts of wonderful things. I believe Airfix is going to be there along with lots of other manufacturers as well, so it should be a really good weekend. So hopefully I'll be able to see you then. In the meantime, stay safe, enjoy your modelling, and I'll speak to you soon.